Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sisogi.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Sorry
Where are you
for
calling
the
from?
mix-up the other
No
time.
worries.
Yeah, it's the merchant man.
I thought so. Hello, merchant man. Go ahead.
Yeah. I stood almost at neither at this side or the other side, but eventually my mind was made up to at least stand with a verdict. The verdict is standing with a voice that is lonely. When I say a voice that is lonely, I mean in as much as the other man or the CEO of the Eric Food is trying to protect his business, but there are human angles to approach so many things. When you look at some issues, there are levels you will get to it. You look the other way around and apply humanity. Now, the reason I said I decided to go this route I'm going is because when somebody is lonely in his or her issues, I think because of the fact that government is coming up with something which, if we ignore this particular issue, it might be a litmus test to what may come of all of us.
What do you mean?
The gagging and the censorship of social media. You know, sometimes they test the waters to see if a particular trend will make them.
Oh, I see where you're going.
You understand? So,
but I don't think government has anything to do with this.
I know what I know. But it's okay. Sometimes indirectly things work for the other way around. If we allow this to thrive, it will get to a point that government will use it as a reason that, in as much as we have, somebody had his way on this similar thing, it will get to that point that all of us will not have, we will lose all our voices to speak on the social media. You understand? So, no matter how off it might look, no matter how anybody may look at it, let us all stand behind this woman and make our voice heard. That injury to one is an injury to all. If we allow these precedents to thrive, it will get to that point that government will utilize it as a precedent to start against or to start going against each and every one of us who make a particular opinion on social media. So I stand with your organization. I support every single idea you have brought about the issue.
Thank you.
May God bless you, ma'am.
God bless you too much, man. God bless you. I have messages. Good afternoon, Cecile Gay. I want someone to explain to me the difference between what Chilma did and giving productive view or feedback. Chooks in Ikorodu, exactly, Chooks, nothing. Absolutely nothing. There is no difference. What Chilma did, and I write reviews about films, actually. That's the other thing I do when I feel like it. And there's one that's overdue now and I can't be bothered anymore because I've left it for too long. But I write reviews about films, Nigerian films, when they come out on Netflix. And was it the last one or the one before that I wrote? I panned the film. Panned means I was like, it's basic, it's this, it's that, and whatever. That's a review. Whether the filmmaker liked it or whether she didn't like it or, it's neither here nor there. It's my opinion. That's why opinions are called subjective. It is subjective. Okay? You can like it or you can ignore it. You can agree with it or you can disagree with it. But you certainly can't arrest somebody for it. So you're right. What Chilma wrote is a review, which is the same as customer feedback. Yeah? Okay, let's talk. Hello?
So, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kingsley. I'm calling from Solere.
Go ahead, Kingsley.
This thing about Mrs. Choma Okoli and the Wisco manufacturing outfit, I want to borrow your language. What was the reason for bundling her where
to Abuja?
was committed to Abuja, and I have an opinion to the answer to an answer to that.
Okay, you have a suggestion. Go ahead.
Yes, the man just thought to throw his weight around, make assessing her by loved ones, those that may want to help her, make it difficult for them to assess her easily. You understand? And sometimes I wonder if the company has a legal department, because all these kind of issues may just bring up customers' apathy towards your product.
Oh, but it has. You need to go on Twitter. You need to go on Twitter.
It didn't. The legal department of the organization did not think this through, because it's just like shooting one in its own foot. I personally I've never used that product before, as it is now.
Thank you very much for not mentioning it. Yeah,
I don't even want to use such product. I've told my wife. I've told. I will discuss about it with my wife, and she, as a woman, has said that she does not want to use. She will never use the product. So this thing about big men throwing their weight around because there's there's somebody that doesn't have the wherewithal to push his or her own case around in this country, it's appalling. It's appalling.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the effort that you put into towards the cause.
Thank you.
Very much. God bless.
God bless you too. I have messages. Have I got a good afternoon, Sisogi? I'm happy you lent your credence to the voice of the lady and the Risco issue. I wonder why people find it difficult to stomach criticism when it's an avenue to grow and bloom. Your kind is rare. Lots of love always, ma'am. Mrs. Abuli. Thank you, Mrs. Abuli. It's true. I do wonder, because when I was when I used to be we spoke about this on my Arise interview when I was because the person that interviewed me used to be my colleague at another radio station, and back then I mean honestly, just like now, but even more so then, my what I did was to literally critique a story, and all our stories are government, so news. I did news critique and analysis, and I was super uber harsh. I really was. And I remember, and of course, a lot of people were not happy with me. They were not in agreement with me. There were those who were, lots who were, but there were lots who were not. And I remember people would come on Twitter and say, that's Miserity, which is what they used to call me then. That Miserity, tell her to go back to her country. That woman, all she knows how to do is speak English. She's this, she's rubbish, she's that. Me, what's my own? It's your opinion now. If you think what I said is rubbish, it's your opinion. I disagree with that. That's even better, because that opens up space for discussion. So I've never understood why people, especially a brand, would respond in such a way. It's still something that's baffling a lot of people. Thank you, Mrs. Aboli. Let's talk. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Yoga.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Rapuchu is my name.
Go ahead, Rapuchiku.
Okay. So this very issue, a very critical issue, in the sense that, I want to be neutral in the whole scenario. I want to be neutral. I would neither be here or there. What am I trying to say? The chairman of a Risco company. Are you there?
I'm listening to you.
Okay, good. He felt maybe Shoma step on her toes, for the company she planned, like he said, 40 years. And nobody have any right to disorganize what he planned for. But he's making a point, honestly.
What point is that?
Like what he built for 40 years.
Yes.
That nobody have any right without any evidence.
But she was not destroying his blind. his brand or his company.
I know.
Her evidence, just answering your question, her evidence was she bought the product, she took it home, she tasted it, and she thought it was too sugary. Yeah, it was sugary.
But there's some extent she make an overstatement.
What is the overstatement in saying that it's sugary?
That is bone of contention.
No. But what is the overstatement in saying something is sugary?
This thing came up, I think, last year September.
Yes, it did.
She made an overstatement.
No, what is the overstatement?
She said you can kill somebody. Yeah.
No. So let me correct you on that. No, actually, no, she didn't. You see, this is why. So social media, I love it.
She didn't say something like that. What's the whole context?
Well, this is the thing. She didn't. So several people came onto the post and started attacking her, and she didn't say it is killing at all.
Even I myself, there's some product.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you have landed. Sorry. Continue.
Go ahead.
Okay, like I myself, there are some products, if I'm used to that, then maybe there is another brand. I don't want to mention any name now.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah, then I will take that one. If you somehow in my mouth, I will pour it out. I will just do like this. So I will even say something like, these people, when I go kill somebody, that kind of person, I go just throw away the whole content. Like, because it's not stomach.
Yeah, understand what you mean.
So that is it. So, and I don't know of Sharma, maybe it's the same thing, but he went into social media and posting and doing all sorts.
No, she didn't. She only posted once. Other people then came into the comments and started somewhere backing her, somewhere agreeing with her. Yes. Okay,
but at the same time, this chairman of Erisco, he went too far by making some utterances and statements like he rather choose to die than, leaving the case. You don't need to go to that extent. Had it been somebody like Mr. President step into this case now, would he not, know what to do about the case and surrender the case? Huh? At times we are not God.
Well, that's the message to him. You are not God.
And when we are doing something, we have to be reasonable. We are human beings with flesh and blood.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We have to be reasonable. Well, quite all right. The girl, I don't know. I'm having another text to that. Like you say, it's not what she said. Can kill somebody, I know. But they read it out in what I heard on September last year. I made something like that statement, and I felt that is the bone of contention. But whatever, we're watching and we are listening.
Yeah, thank you.
God is surely there. The truth must eventually emerge.
Well, we know the truth. It's just that she must be freed because she has the rights to opinion.
Eventually emerge, whatever. I think what's happening is,
thank you. I've got to go.
Further than this.
Yeah, I've got to go. Thanks, Rapachuku. Thank you. Hello? Okay. Let me read your messages. I'm going to try and read as many of your messages as possible. Where are we? Oh, gosh. No, can't see that. Sorry, but I can't see it anymore. Good afternoon, Cecile, aka Radio Goddess. What is going on in our country? Why can't he conduct a thorough investigation first, right from the store she got it from? Maybe it's a fake one. Another perspective. It means Guinness or other big brands in Nigeria will arrest everybody for their complaints. What are the human rights lawyers? Yomi from Uriokola, where are the human rights lawyers? Yomi, she has an excellent lawyer, actually. He couldn't come on because the case is in court. Otherwise, I would have invited him onto our show and he would have been able to talk about the legal aspects of it more. But he can't. But I do know, like I said, other lawyers got in touch with me and this is the most ridiculous thing they have seen in a long time. What do I have here? Good afternoon, madam. I am Shegun from Idimo. Please, is there any difference between sedition and opinion? If yes, where does Chioma's case belong? Sentiment and legality don't always tally. The best support you can give her is to get her a good lawyer or lawyers to defend her case. Shall I help you here? Chioma gave her opinion. Number one. Number two, that opinion is inculcated in Section 39 that gives us all the right to freedom of speech without libel. Number three, Chioma was not libelous. She gave her opinion. Number four, she didn't commit any form of defamation or otherwise. So, what advice are you giving me? You can't give me any advice. She already has an excellent lawyer. You haven't been listening. What have we got here? Good afternoon, Cecilia. Honestly speaking, I sincerely sympathize with the victim Macaulay for her travails in the hands of the police and co. But then the issue of rushing to the social media by most people without verification should be condemned to. Boyson from Afromedia. So here's the thing, Boyson. There's a difference. Look, feedback. You all buy from, well, not all of you. You've either bought the Nigerian version of Amazon is Flutterwave. You all buy from online stores. Online stores are digital stores. They actively, Amazon for instance, actively encourages you to write a product review. What is wrong with you people? If you take that product review and you then post it and say, oh, I don't know, I bought, a particular brand of headphones, whilst this part of it is good, this part of it is rubbish, that's your choice. That's your opinion. What are you talking about? And this is why I went on a rise, because I'm like, Nigerians need to be educated about the difference. Manufacturer, retailer, buyer. It's not about the customer always being right. The customer has the right to their opinion without libel. Boyson, if you work in Afromedia, which I presume is the that's the media company that does all those big what you call those things, digital boards, I think, if that's the same company I'm thinking of, then you should know better. Stop it. This is not about going on social media and yakking on. This is not about the girl who went on social media and told lies about Eniola Badmus. Not at all. This is about somebody buying a product and trying it for the first time and saying, I found this one too sugary. Bikonu, what do you think? Have you used it before? It's tiring. That was it. Can you all stop franchising your rights? Again, I repeat, they're Nigerians. Stop franchising your right to nonsense. You have a right to your opinion without libel. So what do I mean by that? If I go on my Twitter now and I write that Zainab was wearing blue, I don't like blue, I think blue is ugly. That's my opinion of blue. However, if I come on to social media and I said I don't like blue, Chioma's wearing blue, besides Chioma is an ugly person, that's libelous. Can you all stop this? I need you, we've been talking about leadership. Have you all forgotten about our leadership series? I haven't. We're still going to go back to it. And I've been talking about how we need to elevate our intelligence. Literally, elevate our thoughts to a place of intelligence and rise above the pedestrian. Come on. What are you talking about? Anyway, we got calls. Hello? You snooze, you lose. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Please turn off your radio.
From Ikola Ipaja.
Okay, Jesuloba. Please turn off your radio. Go ahead.
Okay, please, I just want to lend my opinion to...
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I want us to be more balanced on this very matter, because personally, I have had opportunity of having this kind of a thing, coming up with a product that is not okay by me. But I think we also have options, because going by the fact that this is an organization that is established to have profit, and bringing it down through this kind of thing, why is it not possible for this lady to write them and complain? No, it's possible.
She does. No, it isn't. She doesn't have to. No, I'm sorry. You are wrong. I will argue with anybody that comes on this show and speak wrongly. No, there is not. Neither does the law. Neither does the law. Neither does the law mandate her to write. Neither does the law mandate her to write. Well, it's an option, but she chose the other option. You may choose to write. She chose the other option, and she said it's sugary. Have you tried it? The law does not mandate her to write. Number one. Number two. Kindly tell me, where are you writing to? You choose. You said you've had this kind of a thing. What is the kind of a thing that you've had?
Hello?
You said you've had this kind of a thing before. What do you mean?
Yes. What I'm saying is that encountering products that can affect me negatively.
Well, no, she didn't say it affected her negatively. You see? You see?
The purpose of her going to the internet.
You see? Oh my God, comprehension is so important. I'm going to cut this off so you can listen to me. Please comprehend. Comprehend this fact. She did not say it affected her negatively. She said it's too sugary. That is, I taste it. You may think something is sweet. I may think it's not very sweet. By the way, the same company has had an advert that said the tomato paste is sweet past. What is wrong with people? Can we just get into comprehension? Comprehension.
But our expression can be influential on other people's perception concerning that product.
If they had never arrested her, we would never know anything about it. That's the point. That's the ridiculousness of this. Is somebody that nobody knew. She's not a Sisioge. She's not a personality.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. All she said, the truth is prevailing. She said it's sugary. That is an opinion of taste. They're going to cut us off as we're going to advert. I love discussing with you. Thank you so much. And thank you for standing your ground.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the past year or so, OnePlay has been putting money in the hands of Nigerians every other day. Now, that has no plans of stopping anytime soon. Definitely not today, because OnePlay is now up in the take. It is going to be 150,000 naira and over from here on in. Yes, you heard me. Daily winnings are now over 150,000 naira. All you have to do, the process has not changed. Go to www.oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3# from your phone. You can play with as little as 500 naira, and within a few seconds, your ticket will be in the draw. Remember, the lowest ticket you can play for is 1, the highest being 10. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on each of the shows. The Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, and Game on every other weekday. And on weekends, you can win on Football Frenzy. But that's not all. Every other Friday, there will be the 500,000 naira jackpot. You heard me right. 500,000 naira. That's 5 with 5 zeros behind it. Yes, 500,000 naira will be given out every Friday in the weekly jackpot. Now, playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same as whether you play with www.oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly and make sure you are over the age of 18 while you play. Remember, OnePlay is a registered trademark of Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
This is an infomercial.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
This your touchlight phone. I been a device you go call am. Wetin you dey always press for there?
No mind me, Jare. I be dey check something for Google.
Shey you dey whine me ni? You dey browse Google with this touchlight phone?
Come see now with MTN Basic Search. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite to check anything for the web without data. Sharp. See now.
Shey you no go like try this innovation powered by MTN. We go give you basic search, sharp, without data for your phone. This one be say no data, no problem. Just dial *77717# only on MTN Lite.
Ramadan, the holy month, is here. A time for spiritual reflection, a period of self-improvement, an opportunity for complete devotion and worship. Nigeria Info brings you The Light, a daily program that features teachings of Islam, answers to questions about certain practices in the religion, and loads of giveaways. The Light, sponsored by Lotus Bank and Maggie on Nigeria Info, comes up daily at 4 a.m. in the month of Ramadan. For sponsorship and donation, please call 0805 581 5844. That is 0805 581 5844. Or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. The Light, brought to you by Lotus Bank and Maggie. Ramadan Mubarak.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Danfo Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello. We're back. 0700 993 993. I can't remember the name of my previous caller, but thank you. I enjoy a good old chin wag, and you stood your ground well. Anyway, so to those of you that are saying that she said killing, no, she didn't. I would like somebody to send a screenshot to 0809 597 5805 where she wrote killing. I really would. If you have it, send it. Right? Okay. Let's go to messages. Cecile Lagos, I wholeheartedly stand by my humble opinion. Thanks and God bless. That's Doyson. Thank you, Boyson from Afromedia. Good afternoon. Oh, God, here you go. You see, this could be libelous. You're calling me Mrs. Ireti. Should I take you to court? Did you marry me? Did you collect my bride price? Yeah, I could find that offensive. Really, I could, like major offensive. Anyway, please, the lady took the wrong step. Did Choma write the company's online customer care to complain? Did Choma go to the company customer care? No, she didn't. She expressed her opinion. She expressed the review, right? I buy from Amazon. I express my review there all the time. I don't write to the company. I just go to where the product is. I put comment and I put my comment. Sometimes before I buy a product, I go to the product and I click on it and it shows you all the comments. It shows you all the comments, so you know whether to buy that product. There is nothing, and I repeat, absolutely nothing that mandates you to write to a company unless you want to place a customer complaint. She was not placing a customer complaint. She was merely sharing her opinion of something that she had tasted. Go on the Amazon now or Flutterwave or whatever, any online stuff where you buy from. Even shoes. I promise you, even shoes. You will see somebody will write that it comes up tight. You know, I bought this. It was fitting. I really enjoyed it. This one, that one. Come on. What is wrong with you people? I think years of military in this country, honestly, I do. I think I always find this in Nigeria because you would never find this argument anywhere else in the world. Years of military rule have basically turned a lot of people into something that they probably wouldn't be. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Can I have your attention, please?
The news, information, and the right conversation are here on Nigeria Info.
How many this type of wicked attack has affected in the other part of this country? So that's what deceive ourselves.
I'm not supporting stealing, but these politicians need to be taught a lesson.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Okay, we're back. And somebody has written and said she wrote KI star 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 ING. So what he wrote is KI star 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 G is not killing logic. We all know what is wrong or right. Okay, let me tell you what is wrong. Right there. You see that? It could be kissing. It could be kicking. It could be anything. So your mind, how you receive it is your business. How you interpret it is your business. Prince, who didn't put his name down. All right. No, I am not insulting anybody's intelligence. I am being clear because I'm not going to hide and say something is okay when it is not. I'm sorry. That is not the kind of broadcast journalist that I am. All right? You don't have to like it, but it is what it is. I have another message here. Good afternoon, Cecilia. Please, at this point, you need to let people know that there is a customer right and obligations. No manufacturer has the right to arrest any customer for giving an opinion. Like the saying goes, customers are always right. That's David Alalade from Motogun, Ogun State, and I hope she got an arbitration lawyer to argue a case and counter-sue the company for unlawful arrest and any demand for damages. Well, the case is in court, that's for sure. So that's why I'm not touching about the legal. I'm really not doing the legal part of it. Good afternoon, Cecilia. I disagree with you totally. In fact, you are promoting the marketing. Oh, don't be so childish. Grow up. Grow up. I was on Arise television television talking exactly the same thing. So calm down. It is a big topic in the space of news. Gosh, honestly, years, as I keep saying, years of military rule does actually affect people's mindsets. Literally, it does. Yeah, so hold on. Oh, I have more messages, alas. The chairman of Arisco is being unreasonable and egotistic. There are times when I go on Twitter to rant aggressively about how my bank. That's a good one. Thank you for this. How my bank is doing something to my account that I don't like, even using some strong words. The next thing, a customer service person will nicely approach you, apologize for the inconvenience, and ask you to stay calm as they try to resolve the issue. And in most cases, they always proffer solutions without me leaving my house. Thank you, Elisha. And here's the thing. I remember when Tunde Irukera resigned from FCCPC, and many people were affected by his resignation because, his tenure there was literally one of the most effective. That's the word. They got involved with a lot of consumer issues and sorted out things for a lot of consumers. One of which was, those who go and get those loans that you get, those app loans, and you would suddenly get a message that somebody you don't know, maybe it was even an Uber driver or something, collected a loan and used your name for reference and all. I used to get loads of those, and I was one of the people that actually sent it to Today Rukera and sent it to FCCPC, and those things have now stopped. That's part of the great work they do. That's why we had FCCPC, which is Federal Consumer Council. Never remember the rest. If you remember the rest, write it to me. I don't want to check it up, but FCCPC. So anyway, going back to what Elisha's saying, when Tunde Irukera left and people were just kind of expressing, their best wishes and stuff on Twitter, I think I remember reading one guy that said it was thanks to FCCPC that maybe they had overcharged him by 50. They used to remove 50 naira from one of his telco accounts or something every time, and they refunded it. And he kept complaining, and he said they helped him to refund that money. Again, like Elisha said, I have read, and I'm sure if I go on Twitter now, I will read many things that says, people will say this bank is a thief. They say it all the time. That bank is a thief. This telco is a thief. That telco is a thief. Have they been arrested? Are they in jail? Oh, this particular telco is constantly stealing. If you're anything like my mom, she always says they steal from her account. She's convinced that the only reason they're in business is the 50 naira day that she believes they remove from her credit all the time. But yeah, these things happen. People express their opinions. Can you all just literally just, how should I say it? Just think for a moment. Think beyond the minds that have been imprisoned by military rule and the military years of Nigeria that tells you cannot, you must not, you will not, you will not. Think wider. Think like you are outside and you have rights, the right to express an opinion. And it's like you can literally say, I don't like you, Sisi Oge. I hate your voice. I think you're rubbish. I get that here. I've even read some of them out to you. It's an opinion. You know what? Opinions are like pure water. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. And neither is she obliged to write to the company. Why? Because if she wanted to place a complaint, she can actually put it on her social media and tag the company. That's also another way of placing complaints. Yes, that's another way. But she didn't. She didn't even tag. She just wrote. Whoever did the screenshot and sent it to him, we would never have heard anything about it. Never. But somebody chose to send it to him, and he chose to take it to where he's taken it to. And by the way, let me just put this out there. That is his right. Also, he also has the right to take his grievances to the court of law. So that is not what I am objecting to. What I am objecting to is being arrested once, twice, and being bundled to Abuja like a state criminal. That is what I am objecting to. If he feels that she's slighted him, yes, now take it to court. You're upset, take it to court. That's okay. That is fine. That is totally justifiable. But should she be arrested? I don't think so. I don't think so. And many lawyers that I've spoken to don't think so either. In fact, I'll try and see if I can find something a lawyer wrote to me and read it out to you. Yeah. Many lawyers don't think so either. And that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. Because the problem is when people who are so-called big people are able to weaponize their access against us. Can you all just think for a moment? Think. You, me, every one of us is a Chioma Okoli. Every one of us. Let's talk. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Soge.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You've got 2 minutes because we're almost done.
Okay. This is Paul calling from Egbeda.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you, and I stand with the young persecuted lady. You know, even when I watched that on internet, the speech of the Risco.
Yeah, the documentary, yeah.
Yes, I was shocked that a matured man of that age will offer to help to kill whoever that wants to die. I mean, it is enough. If it is in the Western world, it is enough for people to begin to boycott his products. That means that this man values his wealth and money more than human life. For him, if no matter what is being dragged on, no matter what the context is, for him in that documentary to say if anyone wants to die, he can help him to die, means he's a man with no conscience. And such men are not supposed to, giving a reference point in a modern society. That lady did nothing wrong. And in fact, when he calls for the protest again, maybe if it's within Lagos, I will volunteer to join. It's inhuman for that woman to be treated the way it's treated.
Thank you very much.
It is her right she has exercised, and that right can never be taken away from her.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Oh, you keep cutting off, unfortunately. You were trying to get us on Skype, whoever you were. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, I can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
This is Daniel calling from Ikeja.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, I totally agree with you to what you are saying. Because if you're on X, if you are very versatile on X, you discover that a lot of us who have bank accounts used to drag, now, let me not mention names, all these banks, commercial banks, and I have not seen any of them arrest. It would even speak with you politely, please DM us very politely that DM us, or if there is any issue that you're having with your bank, we are sorry about it. They will speak with you politely. I don't see anything wrong with what this woman said. That we ran the Aries Coast bus to go and arrest her. It's very, very wrong. Very, very, very wrong. It's a breach to her right, freedom of speech. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You too. Have a great weekend.
All right, ma.
All right. Hello. Oops. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Nicole.
Nicole, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I'm calling from the bus.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm calling from the bus.
Okay.
So, is it the case you raised? You see, we have to be very careful about all these things. Ordinarily, let the law take its full course.
We're not talking about the law. We are not talking about the law, please.
No, because people are saying this lady did nothing wrong.
Yes, no.
Right.
It doesn't stop us from having It doesn't stop us from having an opinion because it is being written about. So
Fine.
Right.
Fine. But the issue is this: if you are comparing banks, are they not actually doing that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. No, hold on, stop. Because now we're back to comprehension. Nobody is saying, I am saying that I see people writing.
It's not from you. They are, still I want to even raise another issue. The lady was invited by police. Did she, she come out?
Yes, she did. She was detained. Can you please go and read? Can you please go and read? She was detained for several hours.
She was detained because of what? Let her challenge the police over.
That is why it is in court. Why are you people not listening? That is why it is in court. Oh my! Because you don't know. Because you don't know. Can you please stop this? There is a documentary about this, the full saga. It is on YouTube. You can go and watch it. It is only 20 minutes. So even the most restless mind can concentrate for 20 minutes. Miss that has just called for me before. She was arrested. She was detained by the police. Yes, she is going to court. So what are you talking about? Comprehension, people. Comprehension. Hello.
Hi. Good morning. Here. So.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Osi from Canada.
Osi, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So technically, I don't blame our people for the way they think. So when you've not been exposed to your rights,
exactly,
and know that you have a right to do some of these things, like the last caller, the caller before the last one said, let's be very careful. You see that statement? That's how they condition us to silence.
God bless you.
Because now you're trying to express yourself. They say, oh, be very careful. This might happen to you. This might happen to you. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, even though we have rules, but they are not, exercised, like they're not applied. So that's why you see, yes, it happens in some underdeveloped countries. But how do you see a rich man call police, say, okay, come arrest this person because they have a negative review on your product? Like you rightly said, we in fact, some of us take advantage of it, right? And as a how will I say now? As a CEO or a company, providing something for public use, when you get a negative review, see that as an opportunity to improve your product.
Thank you.
That's just it. Like, you don't have to, go on social media and then start, making threats and all of that. But again, unfortunately, it's the system we find ourselves in Nigeria where they weaponize like the security forces and all of that, and then they condition us to silence. A lot of these things would not happen in the West. And the same people trying to defend this act, when they come over here, they're the first to say, hey, you don't do this one, you don't do this one, you don't do this, and all of that. So how is it that the laws change when you land in Nigeria? And when you leave Nigeria and go elsewhere, like in the world, you tend to abide by the laws. You take advantage of the system because it's it's free and then you can express yourself and all of that. But when you find yourself in Nigeria, it's like, we have to be very, very careful, blah, blah, blah. Why do you think it's very easy for Nigerians abroad to always, call out the government, call out companies, call out institutions? Because they know it's their right. They now have that understanding, and they're in a free society. But if they come to Nigeria, it's like, when you hear them speak, it's like, oh, you're being proud, you're pompous, you're this, you're that. No, it's about expressing yourself. And we need to do more orientation and then teach people that this is your right. And
Absolutely.
Even the Nigerian law, supports this. It's just that, we just try to box ourselves to silence.
Thank you so much, OC. Thank you for your excellent contribution.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. And this is the thing. It is about the condition. It is about conditioning. When your mind has been conditioned, not to actually not just that you don't know your rights, but to franchise and forgo your rights. It's truly baffling. It is scary. It is disturbing. You know, when Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, he's talking about this kind of mindset. The mindset where you've been enslaved and conditioned to feel you don't have the rights, even though your rights are written in Constitution. So that doesn't mean, just because your rights are written in the Constitution, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean it will not be abused. But that's why we have the law, because humans will be humans. Human beings will break the law. But that doesn't mean you don't have the right. What is wrong with people? Please emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Emancipate. That is free. Free your mind and the rest will follow. You cannot be saying that you don't like, you put it, your social media, your wherever you put it. If you like, say it in front of me. If you like, say it behind me. If you say, like my mother would say, if two of us, if you start fighting, so if any of my big sisters, actually, let me just confess, I was really naughty. So if any of my big sisters, and I had this sharp mouth, if any of my big sisters would dare to touch me, because my mother didn't hit us, she would tell them off. She beats her mouth. You two use your mouth. You two use your mouth. Why must you hit my daughter? But and that this is me just, trying to sort of make fun of this, but come on, people, come on. I'm literally like about to rape into my Incredible Hulk outfits. Like, come on. You have rights. And where your rights ends is where another one begins, which is why Erisco has the right to go to court. As I've said, he has the right to pursue his grievances, but in the court of law. But for her to be arrested, that is not right. For her to be persecuted for expressing an opinion, that is not right. We cannot. Come on, people. Abba now. No. People have got me speaking. Nah. Anyway, where am I? Good morning, Danfo Conversations Rated. The audio is very, very poor. Not sure if this is worked. Oh, but okay, just let you try. Oh, okay. This is OC. I forgot to add this to the message. Okay, thank you very much. The audio was poor, but don't worry, OC, we heard you. Right, what else have we got here? Good afternoon. Oh, God. What have I got? Yeah, I've got 2.5 minutes. Good afternoon, Cecile. If the girl can find anyone who has worked there before, she will win the case. This is not even about that. I'm not going to read that because this is not about that. And that's why I keep saying comprehension, people. This is not about whether she's going to win the case or not. I don't want to talk about the case. I'm talking about our rights as consumers, as buyers, as citizens of Nigeria, who are consumers and customers of products, every single product that's in the supermarket, every single service that is sold to us. I mean, come on. Gosh. I'm going to need a drink after this show. Because, my take, right can be subjective. I have the right to protest at any time. But sometimes when I realize that the environment is tense, I will wisely stop the protest. She has the right to a review. The issue is, what did her right create under her page where someone said the product kills? No. That's not what it is. My God. Can you all go and read this thing online, really? She didn't make the corrections. Indirectly, her actions created a situation that's threatening the company's survival. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, here's the thing, and I don't know what your name is. I'm not going to correct you on that because that's one of the things that can be proven in court. So I'm actually going to respect that, especially the last part. I'm going to respect your opinion on that, not try to correct you, because that's part of what they will have to prove in court and decide whether that's the case or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't, like I said, you didn't write your name, otherwise I would have referred to you by name. Yeah, we can answer one call. One call. Hello. 1 minute. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. 1 minute. 1 minute. Your name and your comments. Now.
Oh, my comment is longer than 1 minute.
Quickly now.
I just want to put in some comments. Is the lady still in custody of the police people?
No. The case is in court. Let's leave the case. Talk about the customer service or customer rights to give an opinion, etc., etc.
Okay. I believe that she was just offering her opinion until the company itself, the man's company, can prove that by that same review, they suffer some losses. They cannot, begin to persecute her. Instead, she will be the one that will sue them for this unjust affecting of our fundamental human rights. So it's an avenue for her to pursue it. Even after that case has gone and she's been discharged, she should sue for compensation and damages.
Thank you.
That's all I need to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your call. We're done. I've got to go. Look, people, your rights are your rights are your rights. It doesn't mean there won't be others who want to come and actually abuse your rights, but please, your right is your right. I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Stay one step ahead with the latest news and trending conversations here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
You're eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. That finally.
You should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer her prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like it's not prayer. That is Nigerian.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.